What's up, it's Alessia Carr.
Yo, it's poppin', it's Tiger.
This is the Kid Thugger King Slime.
Yo, it's your boy Tory Lane.
Yo, what up? This Naughty by Nature.
Now hold up.
Who you with, Atlanta?
Who you with, Atlanta?
Who you with, Atlanta?
Who you with? I'm with Reese 107.9.
You're locked in with Reese, only on Hot
It
107.9.
is Atlanta's #1 hip hop station, Hot 107.9. Reese right here with a huge special guest right now, a princess. We don't get to interview many princesses, but this princess Modupe Ozolua. I got it right.
You got it right.
I got it right. I think I should get a trophy after this. But she has a great organization called Empower44. They're here doing some great work. And you have a fundraiser coming up in Atlanta.
Yes.
The 30th.
Yes, April 30th.
April 30th. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what jolted you to create Empower44, because it started out as something else, right?
Correct. I went to school in the U.S.
Mhm.
And in 2001, I went back home, which is Nigeria, but I'm a U.S. citizen too, but Nigeria is home.
I understand.
And to pioneer cosmetic surgery to West Africa.
Right.
So that was what took me back home. When you become synonymous with a very unique service, the poor, the rich will come to your doors, which is what happened.
Oh.
Because my company, Body Enhancement, which is what pioneered cosmetic surgery in West Africa,
Right.
has been featured on CNN, BBC, The Works. And people came, and I remember in 2003, there was this couple that came to my office. The wife had deformities from fire and fire accident, and they narrated to me how they couldn't get anybody to help them pay for her reconstructive surgery because they couldn't afford it. And I was very disturbed because I could understand why people that can weren't helping.
I understand.
So I remember the husband asking me if I could help. And that was a turning point. In 2003, I had to call my surgeons, which a lot of surgeons that come work for my company in Nigeria from the U.S.
Wow.
And I rallied everybody together, put my resources behind it, got His Emeritus Archbishop Desmond Tutu to be on our board. He's our patron. And from that point on, we started doing free surgeries for underprivileged people. You show up. When we have a medical mission, we will treat you for free.
Wow. So you come to the United States, go to school, come back to visit, and you see a need, and you handle that need head on. Not only do you support it yourself, but you get other surgeons and people to come and help these people with deformities that couldn't get this help any other way.
Correct.
Wow. And there's no cost to them.
No cost. Not at all.
Wow.
And that was how we started. And at that time, we were called Beers Foundation. But we changed it to Empower 54 because 54 represents the 54 countries in Africa.
Yes.
And, of course, we do different programs. We do programs in Ethiopia, Mali, in different countries. And the advice, based on the advice by His Emeritus Desmond Tutu, he advised that we expand the scope of our services beyond medical missions because the need of people is so great. People are really suffering. And it's not necessarily only those that have deformities, that are deformed, that are in pain. There are those that can't even boast of one meal a day. There are people that have issues. So at that point, we decided to expand our scope. So in addition to medical missions, which we still do, we do hunger eradication programs, which are food programs. We donate foods to very rural places.
Right.
We have female, girl and women empowerment programs, and we have educational programs. And the reason why we're here right now is to support a campaign we have going in northeast Nigeria, which is rehabilitating via empowerment and education women and children to survive the terrorist attacks in Nigeria.
Right.
So the northeast.
So the rehabilitation is basically for the people that, like you said, survived the terrorist attacks in Nigeria. Can you give us a scope? Because here we may not be able to know exactly what that means when you say terrorist attacks or what kind of devastation has happened in that area of Nigeria. Can you kind of explain so that people know why this help is so much needed?
Absolutely. Terrorism, as we all know, is a global issue. And I'm sure you're familiar with the terrorist group Boko Haram.
Yes.
Which has gotten quite infamous due to the bring back the girls that were kidnapped.
Right.
But they have been active since 1992. They've been around for a long time.
Yes.
And they were the ones that blew up the UN building in Abuja. The problem with Boko Haram, one of the major problems is that they have an allegiance with ISIS. And they have expanded to other West African countries, not just Nigeria. You have Chad, Niger, Cameroon, where they're quite active. And their target wouldn't you say, weapons, apart from the men using armored tanks and ammunition, is they kidnap, brainwash young girls and children to be suicide bombers. So those are the soft cell targets they're using to attack people everywhere they go. And the problem is these young girls and these women and these children at this point have lost everything they had. They have seen their families being killed in front of them. They have lost everything. So they're in these camps. And when I say camps, you're talking about capacity of sometimes 30, 40,000 people.
Wow.
They have lost everything. And we are focusing on giving the women a means to start earning a living, to rebuild their lives. So they have a reason not to go blow themselves up when someone says, here, I'll give you some grenade and you'll make it to heaven where you detonate yourself.
Right.
And then the kids, because those are also their targets. And as human beings, it's our responsibility that we have to groom them in the right way and lead them, help them have a future and hope. So with the children in the camps, we set up schools, give them uniforms, books, hire teachers, pay the teachers' salaries. And also in the communities that are destroyed, there are millions of people back there now, and their schools are destroyed. So we are also rebuilding schools. We've been doing this since January last year. So it's not as though we're trying to look for funds to start something. We've already been doing it. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
So it's very important because it's all interconnected.
I understand. So if you're just tuning in, I'm with Princess Modupe Ozolua. I got it right.
You got it.
There it is. And we're talking about Empower45, the great things that they're doing in Africa to help a vast variety of people. And right now, we can help by coming out Saturday, April 30th, and tell us a little bit about the art and what's going on with that.
The art auction is going to be at the Bisharat Gallery, which is on Peter Street, 175 Peter Street. And we're auctioning amazing paintings, African paintings and sculptures, authentic African paintings and sculptures.
Not the stuff at the flea market that's made by some guy named Raul. No, this is the real deal stuff here, right?
I can't believe you said that. But yes, so we have all these art pieces donated by Nigerian painters. And the plan is this will be an annual event because Empower54 is also a registered nonprofit in the U.S. And we have been active since 2003. So we've been around for a while. We just about 13 plus years.
Right.
So donations that we get, they are tax deductible because we have a 501c3 status. So these paintings and the sculptures that are being auctioned, the proceeds are going towards rebuilding schools destroyed by Boko Haram in northeast Nigeria. And of course, we're an organization that's credible. We have a history behind us. And of course, donors from the event and hopefully partners that we have long term, because this is a platform.
Yes.
We want to reach out to different corporate organizations, individuals, non-profit organizations also. They're looking for people to partner with on the continent or in the continent to do programs, but they don't know where to start. And Empower54 definitely is a resource. And we have Kat Graham from Vampire Diaries. Kat Graham has thrown her voice behind it. She's going to be at the event on the 30th. So we need everybody and anybody to support through their voice to support this. We have different social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Right.
And of
and
course
the
our
website
website.
is
Yes.
the website is so easy to use. I was on it myself earlier, and I saw some of the artwork, but I saw some of the pictures of the people that you are helping, some of the country, and it's just very, very heart wrenching stuff. So what you're doing, we really want to say thank you and commend you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. So I just want to say this for everybody listening. I know some people say they get a disconnect because they're like, okay, we have problems here in the United States. Why would we be helping? It's because I like to say we're all connected. We definitely are. I think that I use this crazy example. Like if the aliens came down, then we would really all stick together as one people. Absolutely. It wouldn't be this place and this place and this place. So we got to look at it. We have a problem there. We have a problem here. So listen, April 30th, you guys come on out. And we'll be ready. We'll be right on Peter Street with you.
Thank you.
No problem. So once again, what's the website and the address?
The website is www.empower, EMPOWER, numbers 5454.org.
Okay, there it is. Princess Modupe Ozolua is here, and she is Empower54. Make sure that you guys support April 30th.
Thank you.
This is Hot 107.9. What's up, Starter? He going to be there with his camera.
Now hold up.
Who you with, Atlanta?
Who you with, Atlanta?
Who you with, Atlanta?
Who you with?
I'm with Reese 107.9.
You're locked in with Reese, only on Hot 107.9.